What's good, guys? It's me, Gerald the Weeb here. I'm back again with another video. Okay, the screen looks a little bit small because I couldn't find a good picture of Deku. Oh, my bad, Smokey. I just freaking hit his belly. Okay, so I'm gonna try to find better photos like for tomorrow because it's spring break, so I'm gonna upload all this week. So I'm gonna upload another part for Dio today. So I'm gonna be like, so Monday it's gonna be Deku and stuff, and then Tuesday Dio, and then Wednesday back to Deku, then Thursday Dio, and then Friday, the etc. I'll switch back and forth to two of them. Now I'm gonna make this video quite short, probably only 10 minutes because this is a new series, and I want to see if you guys like it or not. Okay, so we only have like 9 more minutes to speak, so let me just get started. Okay, this is my new what if, my hero what if. Okay, so it's gonna be called What If Deku Met Eri earlier. So if you don't know who Eri and Midoriya is, they're from My Hero Academia, and we just met Eri a couple weeks ago in the anime, you could say, if you want to catch up with that. Now, let's just get started in the story. Now, we start off with Kid Deku. He's about 5 years old, and he's watching television of old movies of All Might, the world's greatest hero. So he's kind of like the biggest deal to Deku because he's like a hero for everyone. And now, in the video he was watching, All Might was saving 10 people all at once. And All Might says, "No worry to fear! All Might's here!" I know that was a bad All Might voice. So Deku was like, "Wow! Wow!" I'm having too much fun with this. So I don't know how to sound like a 5-year-old, okay? Don't judge me. So Deku was like, "Wow, I can't wait to get my quirk." So Midoriya's mom says, "I can't wait too." And then tomorrow, he was gonna get his quirk results the day after he watched the video. So he's now at the doctor's office, and he's still 5 years old. And the doctor says he's not gonna develop a quirk. So that kind of shook Deku, you could say, because almost 80% of the population has quirks, and Deku is going to be the part of the 20% that is a normal human. So he wanted to be a hero so bad, and his mom said, "What do you mean? We have quirks in our family, so why wouldn't he have one?" And then the doctor says, "Well, your husband has a fire quirk, and you have a gravity quirk." Well, it usually the baby usually gets one of them or both. So he would probably have fire with gravitational pull or something, but he doesn't have that. So I don't know what to say, but he's not gonna develop a quirk, and it broke Deku. So he says, "I'm not gonna have a quirk. I'm not gonna be like All Might." And so his mom took him out the doctor's office, and Deku went up to his room and stayed in there for a whole 5 hours. And then his mom went to go check up on him, and he says, "Look, it's All Might. He has a quirk. Why can't I not have a quirk?" And then his mom started to hug him and started to cry. And she says, "I'm sorry, Deku. You're not gonna be a hero, but you can help out people and you can join the police force." And then Deku says, "I want to be a hero." And then she just started crying. And Deku started crying too because he's not going to be a hero, but he just wants to. So now, it's been a couple of days since he's not gonna have a quirk, and now Deku's going back to school because he's like 5 or 6. Now, Deku's like, what should I tell Bakugo and my other friends? I bet Bakugo has a pretty cool quirk. Quirk are their magical abilities, you could say, or their their abilities, like Bakugo is gonna be like shooting fire and stuff. But so you're gonna see what I'm talking about. Okay, so Deku sees Bakugo, and Bakugo's showing his classmates his fire ability, and he says, "Deku, what is your quirk?" And Deku says, I went to the doctor's office. They said I'm not gonna get one, but I'm pretty sure since my parents had one, both had quirks, I'm pretty sure I can get one too." And then Bakugo says, "You're a quirkless wannabe. If you don't have a quirk, we don't have to talk anymore." And then Deku says, "What do you mean? We've been friends for a couple 2 years." And then Bakugo said, "Leave me alone, Deku. You're nothing but a quirkless rat." and also, people with quirks are kind of get bullied sometimes. So Deku was like, "But Bakugo," and then Bakugo just left him. And now Deku was like, what should I do now? I have no more friends. So Bakugo was like, Deku's a freaking quirkless wannabe. He doesn't even have a quirk, so everyone should just stop talking to him. And so everyone stopped talking to Deku. Even the teacher was like, okay, it's not my problem. So Deku just became a loner. He became isolated. And so Deku was like, what should I do? What should I do? I need to have someone to talk to. But Deku was like, there's no point. I'll just go home. So at the end of the day, Deku went straight home. But Bakugo pushed him into a puddle for no reason. And was like, Deku, guess what, Deku? You're going to be quirkless forever. And then Midoriya says, what do you mean? Stop calling me Deku. My name's Midoriya. Izuku Midoriya, Bakugo. You know that. And then Bakugo says, no, your name's Deku. It means a quirkless wannabe. And then Midoriya's like, okay, well, your name's Kachan then. And then Bakugo says, I don't know what a Kachan means, but just leave me alone, Deku. And then Midoriya says, well, you're the one who was messing with me. And so Deku is now just walking home. And now he's just walking home to, like, he's just walking home. And now he's almost to his house. And he sees a little girl running right towards him. And he says, who's this? And she looks about like a year older or 2 years older than Deku. And he says, why are you running? And then she says, excuse me. And then she keeps running. And then she tripped. But then she sees someone peeking around the corner. And she says, you have to run too. And then Deku was like, what do you mean run? And then she grabbed Deku and then said, you have to run. You have to get away from that place. And then we hear a guy yelling, Eri! Come back! And Deku was like, is that your father? And then she says, no, that's a monster. Is your name Eri? And then she said, yes, Midoriya. My name's Eri. And then Midoriya was like, what do you mean? How do you know my name? And then she said, we're gonna have to go somewhere. I need your help with something. And then she stopped Midoriya and says, okay, All Might should be appearing right around over here. And then Deku says, what do you mean, All Might? That's so cool. And then Overhaul was like, I finally found you, Eri. Now you're coming back. I don't know how far you took us into the past, but we're going back to the present right now. And then she said, no, you stay away. Stay away, Overhaul. And Midoriya sees a guy. He was like super tall, and he was talking to Eri, and he was like, Mrs. Eri, who is that? She said, what, like I said, Midoriya. I'm moving up my chair so my dog doesn't get his foot smashed. Okay, so she was like, okay, listen to me. You need to get out of here. You need to go find All Might. All Might should be around this area, if I'm correct. And then Midoriya said, okay, I'll try to find him. And he runs off. And Uri was like, leave me alone. And Overhaul says, I am Overhaul, and I'm your master. You should listen to me. And then Midoriya's at the end of the block, and then he sees All Might. And then he says, oh my god, it's All Might. And then they hear an explosion. And then All Might says, little child, what's going on over there? A little girl was getting into a fight with a grown dude. I don't know what they were fighting about. They said future and past. I don't know what that means. So All Might says, don't worry, kiddo. I'll save the day and that friend of yours. And that's where I'm going to end off the what if. So All Might's probably going to fight Overhaul in the next part. Because Overhaul is pretty powerful. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this what if. I'm gonna make another what if after this one. So I'll see you guys in a minute.